Hey guys, what's going on? Thank you so much for stopping by for another episode of Low Nose. This is a place where we help content creators just like you and just like us through audio, video, and text. So if you already haven't, hit that subscribe and bell button. If you feel that this video is helpful, you find a lot of value in it, then hit that like button. And if not, and if you just hate puppies and cats and all things good, then hit the dislike. Whatever, I'm not gonna judge. I just need to know which videos are helping you or not. Okay guys, so today I'm with my good friend Eric, and we are both content creators, right? I'm doing my Low Nose, I'm trying to transition to Low Nose Media, spoilers. And Eric, what are you doing right now?
Currently on pretty much every social media platform, but only focusing on Instagram and IGTV.
Right, and what's the name of your channel?
Paper Plate Food.
Paper Plate Foods. Okay, so you have a channel on YouTube.
Yep.
Focusing on Instagram. You've done some stuff on Facebook.
I'm using Facebook and Twitter. Is just basically reposting the stuff that I'm putting on Instagram. There's really no unique different content on Facebook or Twitter. I'm just sharing what I create on Instagram to those platforms. So I want number one, to lock down the name so that no one else can take my name.
Absolutely.
And two, just be available on all the different platforms. Again, not focusing on those, only on Instagram and IGTV that just came out.
Right. So what do you feel right now are your strengths for where you're doing most of your stuff?
Well, right now, currently, I just started the keto diet.
Yeah. Okay.
And right now, the community and the people, it's a very trendy diet going on right now. And I've been on it for 2 weeks, and it's been blowing up my Instagram. That's my focus on now. So I'm creating content around that niche, the keto diet niche, and it's been blowing up. And it's part of that is creating really good content, stuff that people find beneficial for them, people that are on the diet as well, and even for people that are just looking for some healthier options or low carb options. So the content creation specifically targeted around a niche. That's what I'm focusing on.
Okay. And is keto trending right now within no one?
Oh, yeah.
Or there's just a continuous trend for keto?
Yeah, there's two diets. There's the keto, and then there's one more. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. The paleo diet.
Right.
Those are two ones that are trending right now. Right. Everybody's on it.
Okay.
So I saw it from a friend had lost a ton of weight that I knew, and I was like, you know what, let me try it out. And as soon as I started moving away, because the Paper Plate Food is really for home cooks like myself,
right? And
I started moving away from the home cooking to the keto, and I saw my followers go up, the engagement go up, people commenting and liking just all shot up as soon as I switched over to that and using hashtags for people that can discover me naturally, organically. Right. And I just saw it explode.
Okay, so where is that explosion happening for you? On
Instagram.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
So you've got your YouTube channel, Paper Plate Food. How many subscribers do you have right now on YouTube?
21, 22, something like that.
Okay. Obviously, it's not monetized at all.
No.
But how many followers do you have on Instagram?
3,200.
3,200. Big difference. So obviously, let's just say if you are trying to do some kind of content creation and maybe you're struggling with YouTube, well, maybe it's not you, maybe it's just a platform that you're using. Maybe you just make to kind of like condense everything to a size that's maybe like easier digestible, where people just kind of like get what you're trying to do and absorb it immediately. Not so much like a long format where YouTube may be.
Yeah. Again, my original idea was to focus on, because I had that shiny object syndrome,
right? Where
you see something and you kind of just, a new thing came out or a new way to make money or whatever the case might be, and you don't focus on what you're doing and you just kind of going off on different paths.
Right.
So I definitely have that. So I'm doing my best now to try to focus and keep my focus on the Instagram. With the YouTube channel, I was just trying, and I'm still trying to build a library of maybe like 50 videos before I even push that at all. Because again, that's not my focus.
Right.
And now that IGTV came out, it's really not going to be a focus of mine.
YouTube.
I feel like you have to really focus on one thing, because you kind of lose track of where you're at and what you're good at.
Right.
And for me,
So pause on that.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind for a lot of people who are currently doing content creation or trying to get into it. Definitely, like a lot of people will argue against and for, but if you have a niche, if you have something you want to focus on, you want to focus on that. Otherwise, you're just spreading yourself way too thin, and you're hitting everybody and nobody.
Yeah, and if you have the time, which I don't have the time,
right.
Definitely you could spread yourself a little bit better than I did. But for me, time-wise, Instagram was the right platform for me.
Okay.
Because YouTube, I feel like you need to be creating good.
Right.
Some people create content for YouTube that is just they'll record themselves in a video and really not give the viewer anything of value.
Right.
But really good content creation, it needs to almost be done daily.
True.
Or 3 times a week. I don't have that kind of time to create that type of content. So for me, Instagram was the right amount of content creation and time and effort for me. Like that formula worked better for me on Instagram than it does on YouTube. Maybe in the future, if I get fired from my job, I told you that before, if I get fired from my job, I could focus 3 months on strictly making videos for YouTube. But right now with my life job, Instagram for me works best for my content.
Okay. So what about Facebook? Are you doing anything on Facebook?
Absolutely not.
Nothing at all?
Me personally, I don't believe that you can grow on Facebook organically.
Okay.
Unless you're paying for it or you have a previous page that has lots of followers that you can share a new page with.
Yeah.
But on Facebook, I find it to be extremely difficult to grow. Now, I've had other accounts, other content pages that I've had on Facebook, which I've spent money on ads, which it did definitely grew the page.
Right.
But again, I don't want to be spending money on something that as soon as I turn off, it's dead.
True.
So there was no organic growth even after I had 10,000 followers on a Facebook page, and after I turned it off and continued putting content, the page died. So I feel on Facebook you need to pay money for it to grow. Where on Instagram, it's very easy to grow organically. You're able to use hashtags. People don't share as much on Instagram, but you're able to engage people through DMs, through comments, and I feel that's the way to grow. And for me, Facebook does not give you at all that ability.
Right. Okay, so let me flip things on the other side. So on my channel, Low Nose, YouTube is working great for me. I've got over 4,000. I think I got like 4,400 subscribers right now. Some videos are slow. Some videos are exploding. I'm able to monetize my videos, so there's some kind of income coming from that. It's gotten to the point where companies are reaching out to me to kind of review products for them. But as far as anything happening for me on the Instagram side, it's a dead duck. I think I have maybe like 73 followers on Instagram.
See, I think the difference is, again, your niche.
Yep.
So my niche is a very visual niche, which works well on Instagram. Your niche is a more technical, it's a long form type of a video. So you have to be able to show requirements, specs, see how it works, do reviews, and it's a lot longer of a video versus Instagram. I could just throw a photo on there with a caption with a recipe, and then the person that viewed that got everything they needed from a photo and a caption. You couldn't do that. No. You need to, you're trying to show a product that's worth $300,000, $5,000 on a picture. People are not gonna really understand the why is it worth that much money. You need to explain it, show them all the details.
Okay,
so you can't do it on Instagram.
Right. So let's get to the nitty gritty of why we're together. How do we make money on social media? When it comes to me, as far as YouTube, maybe sometime down the line on Instagram. How can you make money on Instagram and maybe down the line on YouTube? So let's just say I want to stick with Instagram for a bit, right? Is there any way that I can use Instagram right now to drive traffic to my YouTube channel? Whether it's probably trying to get people to engage with me as a person of what's happening behind the scenes, or just kind of creating things like, hey, this is what I do now. If you want to see more, check out my YouTube channel. And I know a lot of times people don't like to hop between platforms.
And that's exactly what it is. People that are on Instagram want to stay on Instagram.
Right.
They don't want to go to your website. They don't want to go to YouTube. They don't want to go to your blog. They don't want to go to another platform. People on Instagram want to stay on Instagram, and I found that to be 100% true. So I have 3,200 followers. I get roughly about 2,000 visits a week on my profile, which previously had my YouTube channel on there, and that did diddly squat, 0. So for me, the link in the bio should be used either to sell something
on your Instagram.
Yeah, on your Instagram. I mean, if it's about making money, there's a couple things you can do in regards to that link, or driving traffic to somewhere that you want someone to do, or do something. For you, like your example was YouTube. For me, it didn't work. Yeah, because taking them off the platform they're on just didn't make any sense. Now, if they're a follower of yours and they're interested in what you're doing, that link in the bio should somewhat relate to that. So if I'm currently pushing this keto diet and I'm putting out recipes, I'm putting out content in regards to that, that link in my bio should somewhat be related to it. So some people know about ClickBank. On ClickBank, they have certain digital products that you can sell that could be like the 30-day keto diet beginner's guide or something like that.
And ClickBank doesn't just offer diets, it's other things as well.
So many different things, mostly digital products, some physical that you could actually purchase.
Right. So ClickBank is another way that you could probably monetize.
So monetizing, there's like the big, maybe 3 or 4. So one is like an ambassadorship.
Yep.
To like, so for me, for example, a great ambassadorship, which I've been trying to get forever.
Right.
I've been actually in contact with these people, was Chinet. I use their paper plates in all my food, and I've been able to reach out to them, contact them. And I don't know if it's part of this video, but I can tell you what they said to me. Then the other one is affiliate marketing, which is great. If you have something like, for you have tons of stuff that you could do for affiliate marketing. For me, same thing. It could be cookware on Amazon. It could be a kitchen set on Best Buy. It could be whatever. And then there is something like white labeling, where you could create your own product, your own product. So it could be physical products, it could be your own digital product. You could make your own, again, using myself as an example, you could use, I create my own paper plate food recipe guide or recipe book, something like that, and sell that on my page versus trying to sell somebody else's product and making a small commission. Yeah. So I think those are kind of like the big 3. Another one later on, again, this is much later on, is doing somewhat of like exclusive courses or webinars kind of situation. So if someone wants your expertise on a certain topic, for me cooking, I could do some sort of webinar online where people have to pay to access it to, I could do a cooking demonstration or a beginner's guide. And then really the last one is the consulting.
Right.
So you're an expert in audio gear and voiceover, and you might find someone that wants to get started in that field. They might want to, hey, how much does an hour, 2 hours of your time cost to help me get started on my voiceover career? What tips can you give me that you don't already share on your, because you have some voiceover stuff already on your page, right?
Yeah.
So you're already providing people with some valuable content on your page. I want that exclusive stuff that you don't tell anybody. That stuff that you keep in your back pocket, because that's stuff that you've learned through hard work and through experience. So, so consulting. So I guess it's like a big 5. You got ambassadorship, affiliate marketing. What was the last one?
There's white labeling
your own products, like webinars, and then consulting. So like the big 5. And I think that's really how you can make money. There's some people who have, for me on my Instagram page, send me free products for a free post. You're not going to make a living doing that kind of stuff.
And it actually takes up a lot of your time. As grateful as you are for getting free stuff, it's just kind of like, it kind of takes away from, let's just say, the stuff that you really want to do, that you feel would really connect with the people that you're trying to connect with.
Yeah, and I really feel like, I see a lot of people on YouTube do it, where some people could say it's like selling out, where they specifically create content around a paid, an advertiser giving them money to make a piece of content, which is fine because people need to eat. People need to make money.
I think it's okay to at some point sell out, because you've got to essentially show it as you're kind of like auditioning for, let's just say, more prestigious brands. Let's say right now you're having little startup corporation trying to get up and they want you to do something for them, whatever, sell out, do it, prove that you can create this kind of product or content that can help this company that other people are like, oh, okay, well, they do this. And no matter if you're like your regular viewers are kind of like, oh, you're a sellout, at least the companies who are eyeballing this, who are getting wind of what you're doing, they're like, oh, look at this guy. He has a proven track record of working with companies and doing stuff.
My only problem with that is, though, it's a one-off typically. They'll pay you to do a video one time. So it's one paycheck. So where I think, there's a couple guys on YouTube who do it right, that I follow is by creating your own product. Number one, you're able to have creative control 100%.
Yeah.
Some company, some guy does not have any say in what you create and how you create it. That's what I feel sometimes is negative for me, is that the fact that they have some sort of creative say in what you're making. So for me, I think creating your own product, service, even white labeling something that's it has your logo on it and your branding, for me is the way to go long term, because those things are kind of like one-offs. I've gotten paid to do an ad here and there, but then there's nothing else. There's no consistent paycheck. There's no salary. There's nothing else. So those one-offs are great. Take the money for sure. I'm not saying take the money, but that's not really like the long-term strategy. I think the long-term strategy is to build your brand.
Absolutely.
Make yourself an expert in your niche.
Absolutely, yeah.
So for you, you're definitely an expert. You know what you're talking about. You do it professionally for a very long time, and you have the experience. And for you, you're a brand in itself. So for me, I'm still building that. I'm just in the cooking field for 2 years, starting home cook. So I don't have any really
right.
Strength.
And wait, and I want to pause it for this for a second. The videos that you're making right now for Instagram, it's all on your cell phone.
Yes.
It's all on your cell phone.
Yeah.
So don't get caught up in the idea that you need heavy, major, expensive equipment just to get anything done. Because when I first started my channel, it was all on my iPhone. And eventually, as I fell into the rabbit hole, I started.
You're the tech guy falling into the tech rabbit hole.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I kind of drank my own Kool-Aid. But yeah, for sure. Okay, so there's some things that I want to hit on specifically. So what's working for you right now? No, we talk about what's working. Yeah. What's not working for you right now?
What's not working for me is I'm gonna pat myself on the back. Like, really, nothing's not working. I feel like everything is working very well. I feel like the only thing I could work on is more valuable content and the quality of the content, specifically when it comes to videos. So on Instagram, as you know, there's a 1-minute video length on your actual feed. Making those better for me is my goal. I feel like that's not working for me 1,000%. So I feel like that's what I need to work on to make those better. And with IGTV is building that up and making that as good as possible. So for me, I can't say that nothing's not working, but there's things I could make better.
Okay.
And work on, which are going to be video, which I feel is the most important thing.
Okay.
Because the engagement on video is 1,000 times more than on an image.
Right.
So that's what I feel like I need to work on more. So nothing's not working.
Right.
It could be better.
Yeah. And most importantly, listen to what he's saying. He has a game plan. He's just not you are not insane. You're not expecting different results doing the same thing over and over again. You do what you do, step back. Is this working? Is it not working? What can I do better? What am I missing?
And one thing too is listening to people's comments. I know there's a lot of hate on YouTube. A lot of people, say some mean stuff. But some people actually do give you constructive criticism. Yeah. When I first started on Instagram, I wouldn't put any recipes on my posts, and I get a lot of people, saying, "Hey, where's the recipe? Can you DM me the recipe?" And I wasn't doing it, one, out of laziness, because it does take some effort to type that all out, and make it somewhat legible, because I'm not a professional writer, so it maybe doesn't sound as, my instruction might not be as clear. So I wasn't doing that in the beginning. I had a friend of mine who we sat down, we talked about it. She's a big Instagrammer, and she told me, you should definitely be putting recipes on there. I was like, but it takes so much work. I don't have that much time. She's like, you're losing out. the second I put recipes on, my engagement went higher. People now commenting, hey, I'm going to try that recipe out. So definitely listen to your comments, because people do give some good constructive criticism. Some people might tell you, hey, you went too quick on here, or you didn't cover that. And I feel like that is also going to help grow the channel. Okay.
So sticking with that, I think within my channel, some things that I could be doing better is, I know it seems like I am the tech guy, but I feel like right now I've got myself stuck in this pattern of just microphones, and I have every intention. I have like videos that I'm trying to get out there, as working on cameras, web cameras, gimbals, and everything. I keep saying audio, video, and tech, and right now I'm just like, here's another microphone, here's another microphone, here's another microphone, and I also do tutorials as well. And I'm kind of like, I'm kind of disservicing the people who jump to my channel because I gave them some good information as far as on how to edit a video or how to use this particular program.
And then now all they're getting is audio.
And all they're getting is just microphones now, you know? And that's where I feel like when I was saying like a company sends you a product, you're like, oh, you've got to kind of fulfill this obligation of creating this video, and you're not kind of getting to what maybe your audience.
How many videos do you do a week?
I try to do 2 to 3 videos a week.
So maybe do one video, microphone, and one video tutorial. And that way everybody gets kind of like,
so I was doing that until I started getting the things. And then, so like I have like 6 things backed up, and like there's only 3 or 4 weeks in a month. And I'm just like, okay, I've got this and then this. Like I was like, it was just backing up. And I was like, okay, something's got to happen here. It's a very much an ongoing learning lesson.
On Instagram too, it's always learning.
Yeah. And same thing, taking the comments, applying it to everything. And there's so many times when someone just leave a comment, I'm like, bro, like you're the man. Like, thank you so much. Okay, so affiliate marketing. You just applied for affiliate marketing, right? And affiliate marketing, let's just say it's Amazon. Joining the Amazon affiliate marketing, putting a link wherever your video is, and then hopefully having people click on the link so you can get some kind of commission from them clicking on the link and purchasing a sale. I've been using Amazon affiliate marketing. I try to create videos tailored around what I'm probably trying to create a link for. I really try to get people excited. I really want to say, if you're going to do affiliate marketing, really do your best to get people excited about what you're doing. Just like, here's something. There's a link down below if you want it. Like, okay, well, thanks for not convincing me. Like, really get excited about, what you're trying to push, and consider clicking on the link, because keep this in mind. They don't have to buy the exact product that you're putting the link on for the affiliate marketing. Right. As long as they click on your link, and if they do shopping elsewhere and do other things, you still get a bit of the pie, as long as they click on your link. So if you're promoting a microphone or paper plates and they don't get a microphone or paper plates, you still get a cut of whatever it is that they all buy. So just keep in mind, it's the excitement is to get people excited about the product, yes, but also to just shop in general. That's the idea behind affiliate marketing.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's definitely has to be tied to the content you're creating. People want to know, what camera you're using, what microphone you're using. They want to know how you recorded it. They want to know what screen you used on. They want to know what shirt you're wearing, what brand shirt, what glasses you wore, whatever.
Get excited about it.
You can sell whatever on the affiliate stuff. And that was actually my first goal when I started creating some other channels and some other stuff in the past. And I found it very difficult on certain subjects. Because I wasn't creating content around it. It was just kind of almost like you said, I was just throwing the link out there and hoping somebody clicked on it. Yeah. And for me right now, I don't know, again, if that would work for me right now on Instagram. I had it on there for about, I don't know, a couple days. Right. 0 action, zero clicks on there. Again, I think that might have to do something with the people going off of the page, off of Instagram when they're on Instagram. Yeah. So maybe the platform definitely has something to do with it. But for me, I really can't say I have too much experience with affiliate marketing because I have not been successful at all on again, I feel like my followers, the number is still too low.
Right. Wow. Even for 3,000 something. Yeah, because like when I'm on Instagram, last thing I want to do is an extra click. I'm just swiping I'm just swiping. Maybe I'll like something. But last thing I want to do is go into someone's bio. Like, it feels like a lot of work to me.
For me, for Instagram, it'd be two things. Like, in a perfect world, it'd be two things. One would be to have a brand ambassadorship with something like a Chinet.
Yes.
Because then they could be included organically in your posts. Their products can be seen. And like you said, if you're swiping, you're still seeing the product. You're still seeing the tag on them. So it's kind of it's almost being put top of mind for you. And number two would be you're creating your own product, something that you build around your brand that you're creating, and then you sell, making 100% of the sale versus a small commission. And then that person actually then becomes part of your email list. And it becomes a reoccurring customer versus an affiliate where they go and buy something to get a commission, and that's Amazon's client. That's Amazon's customer. That's not your customer. So for my ultimate goal, again, is to brand ambassadorship and eventually create my own product. I feel like affiliate marketing, you're almost like working too hard for something so small.
It's true. It's a very small cut.
Unless you have 1 million followers, where if 1% of those 1 million followers buy something, you can make a pretty decent amount of money. But at the number I'm at right now, it doesn't make any sense for me. And at the same time, I'm still trying to grow my page, and you're still trying to grow. For you, it works, though. It really does, because people want to know, because, again, you're kind of almost already a brand. You know, Low Nose. Everybody knows Low Nose. I know Low Nose. Sort of. Perfect. But, you know, people want to know what you use because you're an expert in that. You're an expert in that field. So people want to know what you are using. So maybe later on as I grow, people want to know, hey, what knives do you use? What cooking utensils? What pots and pans? What's a good place to eat at? What's your go-to? How would I start this and that? So once I get to that point, maybe affiliate marketing might work for me once I get to a larger number. But right now I feel like it's growing and then trying to get that brand ambassadorship.
Right. So something that I think that we are touching on right now that we'll go into deeper later is that if you're doing if you're trying to make money on some kind of content creation, don't just think that you're going to post a video, people are going to like it, and all of a sudden you're making money. You're going to have to put on a second hat and understand the business of how everything works. And just, I guess, maybe like the marketing psychology of this is what I'm creating. Who am I aiming, like who is this aiming towards, and who's going to be like the highest percentage of people to actually click on this, or who's going to be served to.
One thing that I've learned, because I first started out with the idea that I'm going to do this to make money. Right. And you quickly realize that that's not the way to think about it. The way to think about it is I'm going to create really great content that's going to give people value. And once I build trust with these people, then maybe I could turn that into some sort of, some money just to even fund the channel or fund my avocado fund, because I'm spending a fortune on avocados.
Wow. Okay.
Just enough money to help out with that. But I think if you first build your, whatever it is, your YouTube, your Facebook, or your Instagram, or your Twitter, if you build it around creating good content that provides people valuable information, the money will come.
For sure.
I've had people reach out to me organically where I didn't have to reach out to them and say, hey, could you use our spice? Could you do this? Just like you get those free packages on YouTube. Mine are a lot less than yours, but I still get those. So it is getting to that point where people are going to start noticing you, but not because I reached out to them, but because they liked the content I created and they found some value.
Yeah. Okay, so let's jump to the next thing. We spoke about it briefly. Sponsors. Okay, you said it was...
I've had Chinet, Badia Spices, had a couple companies from China, which I did not put on there because I did not like their products.
Wow.
Yeah, listen, you can't say yes to everybody.
So what is the point where we start asking these sponsors for money? Like, instead of just exchanging a product, like when is it like, okay, if you want me to do this, you're going to have to start paying me now?
Well, I think one, you have to be upfront about it. So if someone says to you, hey, I have this product I want to promote, do you want to collaborate? Do you want to do something? Like, sure. Every post, I'm going to use Instagram as an example. Every post I do is $50 that I'll tag you in it, and I'll put a link in my bio. It's $50, $200, whatever your cost is, because it definitely, the price is different on the amount of followers you have. So right now with my engagement, my likes that I get typically on a post, and my amount of followers, I could get between $25 and $50 a post.
Okay.
Right? So you have to be upfront
Yep.
about it. I think number one, and number two, it depends on the company because
Very true.
these guys from smaller companies don't have the budget to pay you. They'll give you free product,
Right.
but they won't pay you. And if that is clear up front, then say, hey, I'm not interested.
Right. Right.
I charge for these things.
Right. And on my end, I'm discovering that these people who kind of reach out to you, they're really not people of like, you're not really not talking to the owner or anything. It's just kind of like someone who's been hired to kind of like fish for people in social media and kind of like offer these products. So in turn, they're just kind of looking for social media creators or something to give product to. My goal would be to first start off. I totally agree. Be upfront 100%. I'm getting stuff. I think I'm gonna start asking some companies, hey, do you mind sending me 2? One for me, one as a giveaway. You know, do
that
this.
Makes sense.
Yeah, let's create hype, and then once we see how that's going, then probably start asking for money or something. Once I start, I feel like, and this is where I'm gonna go back to what I was saying as far as like selling out. Once you have like a wealth of videos showing like, hey, look, we've done this. You see what you got here, like I now am in a position where I can justify. I think we can move in this direction right now
because the value that you bring to that company for giving you a product that could say, let's say its retails are $100, but it costs them $20 to make. For $20 of them giving you that product, they're getting you to record a video, to edit video, create content, post it, share it with the people that you have that are your listeners. I mean, they're your viewers. Like they're getting an extremely huge bargain. Yeah. Just the time alone that you spend, you're probably getting paid $2 an hour.
Heck.
$2 an hour to do that work.
They need to send me 3.
So that's what I'm saying. So you're providing them some crazy amount of value for their $20. In reality, what it costs them to create that product. When you get to a point, say, hey, listen, I value your business. I value you guys sending me this stuff. But in the future, any promotion I do for you will cost X amount of money, and it's a business. They know business. I mean, I'm sure they know what they're doing. They understand that you need to eat. You're not gonna pay your bills with a microphone.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So you need to make money too, and I think that's an important thing to understand. That when people take those little products here and there, the amount of work, especially on YouTube. Instagram is a little easier. I take a picture. Hey, I use this spice. It's very fast, very quick, and that's why it's $20-$25 a post. But for YouTube, when you create a 7-minute long video,
man, like crazy editing and music,
you got cameras,
B-roll, and man,
the effort you put into that is a crazy amount of work.
You know. All right, let's move on. So we want to make money off YouTube, Instagram, and all that stuff, right? Mm-hmm. But sometimes you're gonna have to spend money.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think about spending money for ads on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook? What are the benefits?
So I've actually done
especially to people starting off.
Well, I have done a lot of research on this.
Yes.
I've watched a lot of YouTubers talk about it. I've watched numerous videos, read a lot of articles on it. And the thing I've taken away from it is 2 things. One, do not start spending money until you're making money.
True that.
So if I'm spending a ton of money and it's not coming back to me, my ROI, return of investment, is off. Yeah, is off. I mean, if I spent $1,000 and I made $10 in YouTube ads, I mean, it's not making any sense, right? So number one, from what I've read and done research on, don't spend any money unless you're making money. And 2, for starting off, yes, it would be a phenomenal way to start off. If I could spend $1,000 a month, my Instagram page would be 100,000 followers by now. Yes, if you have the money, I would say spend the money. If you have extra money that you do not need for your bills, to pay your mortgage or feed your kids, spend the money, because it is definitely, you will grow. If that your goal is to grow followers, yes, spending money is the right thing. If you don't have it, I'd say don't spend it.
Right.
It will be a lot longer. It'll be a hard grind for that organic route, because it does take a lot of time. How long have you been doing Low Nose?
Almost 2 years.
2 years.
Almost.
So it's been a grind. Have you spent money?
I'm on equipment.
Well, have you ever done an ad?
Ads? Okay, so I did buy 2 ads on Facebook. okay, because I just wanted to see it. And to tell you the truth, like the barrier to entry was, or entry to barrier, whatever, it was very low. I mean, I spent $5 and it gave me ads for like 3 days. I've got that animated series that we're working on, Johnny Reboot, the superhero who suffers anxiety. I posted on my Facebook Low Nose. It probably got 20, and that's stretching it, 20 natural views. Okay. And Low Nose on Facebook, that is struggling like you wouldn't believe it.
Facebook is horrible for growing.
Yeah, right. So I'm like, you know what? I think I spent like $5 or $9, and it gave me 4 days of ads, right? And it went from 20 views all the way up to like 500 and something views.
For $5.
For $5. Or is it 500 views but actual 200 views? No, 500 impressions but 200 views. Whatever. So do you felt that it was worth it? I felt, to me, I don't know if it was worth it. I felt like it was more like R&D. You know, like, oh, okay, that's an option. Maybe if I decided one day to put like a well-produced piece of content that was specific, that I'm going to put ads behind, because I just grabbed the video and I'm like, let's just see what happens if I put this on here. Right? That's what happened with it.
You know what I feel like doing?
No.
So this weekend, my video of the week, because I really only produce one video a week. Again, because the weekends I have more time. I'm going to do a video on how to actually make your own cauliflower rice. You're into fitness, so you probably know about cauliflower rice, right?
Sure.
It's an alternative to rice. So if you're on a low carb diet.
I'm into quinoa.
Okay. If you're on a low carb diet and you want to mimic rice, you create this thing called cauliflower rice. You use a box grater to create to shred cauliflower that looks like rice, right? So I'm going to create a video on that. Now that would be a great video to promote on Instagram and target it towards people who either follow keto pages or who are certain hashtags or certain that are into certain lifestyles. That to me would be a great video to promote. How much money do I want to put into it? How much money do I want to spend? I don't know, but I spent probably like $300 in ads other than Instagram. I still have yet to spend $1 on Instagram, but on my other Facebook pages, I have spent probably around $300.
Wow. Okay.
On ads. And I felt like the audience I was getting, the followers I was getting, were not my target demo. Like, they were not the people who I wanted.
Yeah.
You know, so that was, for me, spending money early stage. If you have it, yes. If you have money, do it. It's only going to grow your channel and get you exposed to more people. If you're on a tight budget, do the grind. It'll happen organically if you're creating really good content that helps people.
All right, so with all of these things being said, one thing that can get really lost, especially with brand new creators, is getting discouraged, right? And like you and we have done a ton of things. I've done Powered Out, Wait What, all passion projects of mine. I put so much time, effort, heart, all that stuff. Nothing have it, but I've come to the place here, Low Nose. Whether this is the last stop or if something may come after Low Nose, who knows? I'm putting in the time right now. You've done other things.
I've done, I had a YouTube channel called Shaylee Bug, which was my daughter. The Facebook page that I had was called Love, Health, and Fortune. And that one was the one I spent a lot of money on. And those failed with the channel with my daughter failed because she stopped wanting to do the videos. And I'm not going to be the parent that forces their kids to do something they don't want to do. So she was not into doing videos anymore, and she was tired of me every time that we were going to go out and play or do something. I had the camera in her face. So she was not enjoying it at all. I said, that's done with that. The Love, Health, and Fortune failed, not because I wasn't getting followers. It's just it was not a passion project. Right. It was something that I was really like hyped up about. It definitely worked. It was cool. It was a page about inspirational quotes about love and health and fortune, which was super easy to do. I got some followers from it, but the followers I got were not quality. Right. They were just they were just not the people who I would just put an affiliate offer in front of. They'd buy something. Right. This latest one, Paper Plate Food, was a complete accidental. It was something that was not planned, not supposed to happen. I was posting food on Facebook on my personal Facebook page, and people were telling me, "Hey man, you gotta put it on Instagram. You should put it." And the name Paper Plate Food came from a joke. Someone says, "Oh, you put all this awesome food on paper plates. You should call it Paper Plate Food."
Right, because you don't like washing dishes.
Because I don't like washing dishes, right? So it all was accidental. So something that I was doing already.
Right.
So that helps also with the fact that you're saying about getting burnt out, about
Right.
Doing stuff. I'm doing it already. I'm making dinner every night. No matter what, it has to be done.
Yeah, I'm on my computer every day.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for me, doing this is I'm just recording what I'm already doing.
Yep.
The videos, yes, that is something I do on the weekends. It's more of a hobby. It's literally a hobby that could potentially maybe one day become something bigger.
Right.
So I'm thinking it more right now as a hobby that potentially I could monetize, or the dream would be it could be a full-time gig.
Yeah.
So that's the goal.
Okay. So keep in mind, even though you've had failures in the past, doesn't mean you're actual failure right now. It's just take all of the experiences and we could have not moved forward without all of those failures and kind of bring it into what we're doing.
So
right
like
now.
with Shaley Bug, I learned some editing. I learned a lot of stuff for YouTube. I did a lot of research on certain types of videos and what works and what doesn't work.
Yep.
With the failure of Love, Health, and Fortune, I learned a lot about Facebook ads. I learned how to work that whole thing. Creating short little videos that do engage people, that people do want to share. So I learned a lot of stuff from there. And now with this Paper Play Food, I'm still learning. You're still learning what people like, what people don't like. And yeah, every failure is a learning. You still learn more. I mean, God, if you think of everybody that's a success, you're going to see how many people actually failed doing a thousand other things until they finally found that one thing. And again, this could be my thing.
Yeah.
And it just happened. It wasn't something I purposely out. Those other two projects were ones like I saw a YouTube video of this little kid, Ryan's toy reviews.
Yeah.
And this guy has like 14 million followers by now.
Bananas.
And I was like, I could do that.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah. That's what grabs us. The monies. We see money in our eyes. It's like, oh my gosh, like I want to do this. Okay, this is running long. Let's get to the end of this. Websites. If you're starting something on content creation, do you need a website?
Yes. From my previous engagement with the brand of Chinette, they specifically, for brand ambassadors, they were specifically looking for people who had blogs.
Yeah.
So when I told them that I was only Instagram, and I was only creating stuff on Instagram, I did not have a website. They were like, oh, well, we only really do stuff with blogs, but we could take into consideration an Instagram only creator.
Right.
We've never done it before. We could talk about it when we go through our ambassadors for next year, which they a little tip for everybody that's interested maybe in finding or becoming a brand ambassador. A lot of these companies are run by agencies, and the agencies plan out their brand ambassadors way before that year. So in the summertime is when they're planning their brand ambassadors for the next year. So if you're actually interested in reaching out to some agencies that take care of these big companies, do it before the summertime because that's when they pick their people. Anyway, so they were specifically looking for people that had websites that could drive traffic to their site by creating content for them. So yes, I would say a website is great to have. I don't have one. Again, it's too much work for me. I can't do it right now.
Did you secure the domain?
I did.
Okay, so did I.
So
okay, yeah. I'm also low nose and everything. All of that is secure.
Yeah, definitely grab your name. You don't want anybody stealing your name and then trying to charge you up the yin-yang for it.
Right. AdWords.
I've never used it.
Okay, but I would think obviously if you have a website and you're trying to drive traffic or some kind of way.
If you have enough traffic coming to your website, I have experience with AdWords other than with Paper Play Food. Yes, if you have enough traffic coming to your site, why not? Why not make some money off of your traffic?
Yep.
For sure. So I would say yes. If you have a website, you have a significant amount of people coming to your website, sure, put it on there. Okay. It's easy enough with if you have a WordPress website.
For sure. Okay, here's merch. What do you think about merchandise for your channel?
I'd say go. I currently have merch on my page right now as we speak.
Paper Play Food?
Yep, Paper Play Food. I think it has to be, again, specific to your niche. For me, it's one of the most pornographic food things you can do is called yolk porn. Yeah. YOLK porn. It's when you get a perfectly cooked egg and then you crack open the yolk and the yolk starts dripping all over the place. Oh, it's so crazy. Right? it's really good. I really enjoy those things.
You're getting a goosebump right now?
Yeah. So my merch is I made a designer shirt around that. Yeah. And I put it on there. Yes, I think merch is awesome. I think people that are fans of yours want to help you and they want to support you. It's either through watching your videos, commenting, or doing a Patreon type thing and supporting your channel. So if there's a way that your most faithful followers can help you, I think it's cool. You're not forcing it down their throats. You're not telling them, don't watch my videos if you don't buy my shirt. No, they're helping you out. Like, you have a favorite band?
I'm sure I do.
If you have a favorite band and you know, hey man, I like the product. I wear shirts.
Yeah, for sure.
I wear shirts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna support the band. I'm gonna buy a shirt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like if they, you know, if they want to support you and help you, put it on there, man.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm thinking about the same thing. I want to start getting some kind of merch, like whether it be like mugs, T-shirts, hoodies, or whatever's.
Yeah, I did mine through Teespring, teespring.com.
Yeah, or just whatever. I know Amazon, they're doing like a merch thing too.
Yeah, it works. Listen, again,
I really think if you really have like an awesome personality, and even if your channel, whatever, is not monetizing right now on the platform itself, I really think you could probably do something with merchandise if you are like unique, where people like kind of they kind of identify with you.
Yeah. Well, that the whole yoke porn is a thing on Instagram. So that shirt people can relate to it past paper plate food. So it's something that is like more generic, not paper plate food specific. It's not something, it's not a catchphrase I say. It's not something that like I specifically do. It's just a shirt that only like foodies and people that are Instagrammer on the food side of it would get. If you saw a yoke porn shirt, you'd be like, what the heck is that? Exactly.
Yeah.
But people who are in Instagram and are foodies and like that kind of stuff would relate to it. And I feel like that's a good opportunity to sell something like that, because it's more broad versus so specific to my little 3,200 followers.
Yeah. Okay, one last thing. What do you think about Patreon?
I've never used it.
Never tried it?
Now, me personally,
yeah.
All right, it feels like begging.
It does feel like begging, but there's channels out there that are actually, they're getting people to help them out. Obviously, it's like you've got whatever you're offering, it has to be, you have to offer some kind of value. And they're just not going to give you stuff because you're asking for it. You have to be adding some kind of value into their life. And I've been advertising myself. I haven't done like a hard push on it, but I've just had these little things just pop up. I'm on Patreon, get free gear and one-on-one stuff, and bloop, and it just goes away. Because I don't want to push it on them. But as far as like, no one has decided to help me out on Patreon or anything like that.
Well, I think that's one of those other things. It's the same idea where you might not have enough followers yet.
True that.
And to have those loyal followers, those guys who like, you have a lot of those guys. I see a lot of gaming channels that do a lot of live streaming stuff, and you'll see people do like donations to their page, and you'll see that $5 pop up, $10, $20 pop up.
Yeah, I've been fortunate to have some of those when I do a live stream. Some people are like, hey, here you go.
So that I think works more than a Patreon to me. Like when my kid has to sell chocolates for school and I'm here at work and I'm here, can you guys please buy some chocolate? It's delicious chocolate. It's only $1. I feel like I'm begging these people to buy stuff. I feel like I feel uncomfortable doing it. So it's almost the same idea. I'm gonna give you a piece of chocolate if you give me money. I'll give you a low nose T-shirt if you donate $10 or $100, or I'll put your name on the credits, or I'll give you a guest spot, or I'll do this and that. It's almost like a dirty hustle. Yeah. It's like I don't personally think it's cool, and if it maybe leaves a bad taste in people's mouths about your channel, it's almost like, oh, this guy's like, especially smaller channels. I feel like maybe bigger channels, if they gave you, hey, get a guest spot on my next web video, you'll appear in my pranks video, right?
Or we'll take care of the school or the town bully.
Or we'll go to dinner with you, or we'll go to lunch with you, right? We'll have some coffee.
Yeah, we'll do it. Let's do it. Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you love to have coffee with your favorite YouTuber? That'd be cool, right?
What a weird time it is now when you're saying your favorite YouTuber.
Well, yeah, because YouTube is huge. People are
It is huge. It is huge.
Of time. I know in my house, it's like when the first thing when you turn the TV on, it's not that. I go on the YouTube on my TV and watch all the people I'm subscribed to and watch their latest videos on my TV.
Very true, including Low Nose.
Sometimes all right. How it works, how my TV works, and my schedule.
That's right. Oh, those notifications are not getting through.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that is it. Hopefully this video helped you out as far as trying to get monetization or making money from your social media sites, YouTube sites, whatever is working with you.
Or any helpful
information. Yeah, but as always, there's no secret sauce. It is a grind. Live and learn. You fail here, you kind of learn there, you move on, just keep going. All right. Eric, thank you so much, my friend. Paper plate food. As always, if you liked it, if you like these videos, subscribe. If you love them, whatever, like the button, all that stuff. There's like a rehearsal to all of this, and I'm not rehearsing right now. Leave comments, questions down below, anything that you want to know, and also hit me up on social media, Low Nose sort of, and Discord if you want to hook up with other, not hook up, but like, hang out with other content creators just like you and I on Low Nose on Discord. Until next time, guys, this is Low for Low Nose and Eric for Paper Plate Food on Instagram, and show him some support on YouTube as well. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.